Welcome back to Movie Explained in English. Today I'll be diving into a gripping crime drama and mystery film from 2017 titled Other Life. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film opens with music that mimics a heartbeat, accompanied by a close-up shot of a woman's blue eye. Blackness creeps inward before disappearing, revealing a kaleidoscopic blue and green image that settles into a view of a bridge over the ocean. Ren Amari and her brother, Jared Amari, are seen on the beach in black wetsuits. Ren asks Jared if he wants to go back into the water. He declines, wondering if she plans to stay there forever, but ultimately gives in when she tempts him with goggles and flippers. They both swim through the clear water. Suddenly, the scene shifts to a view from a building window, where Ren opens her eyes and a stream of black fluid drips from her right eye. She is sitting on the floor surrounded by empty plastic eyedroppers. A countdown clock reveals that Other Life will go live in just over 6 days. A voiceover begins as Ren is interviewed by the TDA, a drug administration. The interviewer comments on her exceptional academic record, which ended 4 years ago. Ren explains this was due to an accident where her brother nearly drowned, but clarifies that he survived. The discussion shifts to Other Life, which Ren describes as a difficult-to-classify technology. She insists it is not a drug, but a biological software that allows one to program new memories that are indistinguishable from reality on a chemical level. Ren visits her brother in the hospital, where he lies in a coma. Setting up a laptop and a headband device to read his brainwaves, she uses an eyedropper to drip the black fluid into his eye. Next, Ren is on the train, where she declines a call from her father, Robert, before arriving at a busy workspace. A co-worker, Byron, tells her to clear the approvals in her queue. Back in her Other Life simulation, Ren jumps out of a plane and parachutes to the ground, only to wake up in a testing room with Byron. During the interview, Ren's father expresses concerns about the potential dangers of prolonged exposure to her technology, fearing it could lead to seizures and brain death. Ren acknowledges these risks, stating that any substance can be abused. She describes her technology in a voiceover as a script that the brain follows like any other memory, using pieces of the subconscious to create a perfect day. However, she admits that the experiences cannot last longer than that. She tests a snowboarding experience, climbing a snowy mountain before snowboarding down. However, she finds herself stuck as the setting warps around her until Byron rescues her. By the time he arrives, she has experienced 6 days inside the simulation. Ren insists that she can fix the code because she believes the snowboarding experience is destined to be a big seller. At a sales meeting, Sam, the co-founder of Other Life, alongside Ren, presents the technology as a means to experience adventures during work breaks. He emphasizes that Other Life is more than just a simulation. It has potential to add years' worth of experiences to someone's life. After the meeting, Sam and Ren argue about the company's direction. On her way out, Ren bumps into Danny, who is waiting for a date she had forgotten. She apologizes, but stresses her need to focus on work. Back at the interview, the interviewers discuss how users might end up dissociating from reality, leading to feelings of isolation. That night, Ren and Byron work late to debug the snowboarding experience. With the countdown clock showing just 5 days until launch, Ren discovers the error in the code and successfully tests the new version. Byron compares her testing to living about 20 days in Other Life during just one real day. When Danny delivers a report Sam requested on the long-term use of Other Life, Ren asks Byron not to go to Sam behind her back. Byron believes the recursive glitch they've encountered could be the key to enabling longer simulations. He and Danny decide to go out for drinks, but Ren stays behind to continue working. She runs the swimming simulation with her brother again, recording her 340th test, but notes that it still requires more testing. The interviewers discuss potential medical applications for Other Life, but raise moral concerns about implanting ideas into people's heads. Ren insists she has no other applications in mind. Ren returns to her brother's bedside, hopeful as she tries Other Life on him again, but a nurse informs her that eye twitches sometimes occur with the treatment. She leaves the hospital only to receive an email from her father about withdrawing her brother's life support. The next day, Ren visits her dad at his college campus. They discuss the morality of other life and its potential to help her brother. Her father expresses concern about glitches, but Ren maintains that they are just bad code. Angry, she accuses him of giving up on her brother when he states that he can unplug Jared without her consent. Back at work, she asks another co-worker, Cass, for help retrieving her files. Sam and Byron notice an increase in the amount of nanite stock they've been using, prompting questions about the simulation Ren is running. She refuses to disclose any details, insisting that it is still experimental. Afterward, Sam proposes using Otherlife as a prison for rehabilitation, but Ren refuses, leading to a heated argument. Outside, Ren runs into Danny, who tries to understand what's wrong, but she doesn't want to talk. They leave together and share an intimate moment. Later, while checking her phone, Danny accidentally grabs one of Ren's experimental droppers, mistaking it for part of the snowboarding experience. Instead, he experiences her swimming simulation, which triggers severe seizures. In a panic, Ren calls an ambulance as the countdown clock approaches 5 days until the release. In a tense meeting, Ren and Sam discuss the legal ramifications of Danny's incident. To avoid sending Ren to jail, Sam arranges a deal. She will undergo a 1-year confinement in Otherlife. Although hesitant, Ren realizes that Sam had been secretly planning to use the confinement aspect of her technology without her knowledge. As Ren enters the testing room for the 365-day trial, she finds herself in a small space with a screen displaying the number 001. The room is equipped with a sleeping mat, a toilet, a tablet, and a hatch for food, water, and toiletries. She keeps notes on the tablet, but soon realizes that no one else will see them. Each day resets to a new number, and Ren struggles with haunting memories of Danny's seizures and her brother. By day 365, she panics when the exit routine fails, leading her to break objects in frustration. Eventually, she lays still, only to hear the wind whistling eerily. Pushing through a gap, she discovers a warehouse-like room containing her plastic sheeting-covered cell. A guard spots her, prompting Ren to snatch a set of keys and a coat before escaping in a truck. She wanders along a busy road, spotting ads for Otherlife that trigger a mix of emotions. Ren calls the hospital about her brother and finds her workplace deserted. She buys new clothes and notices a magazine cover featuring Sam's face. At the police station, officers confirm a missing persons report has been filed for her, but they find no evidence of any charges against her. When they check the cell, only remnants of her confinement remain. Ren returns to her apartment, only to discover someone else has been living there. Meanwhile, Sam arrives wanting to keep her safe, but Ren skillfully evades him. Seeking help from Cass, Ren learns that others believed she had fled to Italy without saying goodbye. To her relief, she finds out that Danny didn't die, and they reconnect. Gathering at a restaurant, Danny shares his harrowing experience in the swimming simulation, describing how it felt like he was drowning, but ultimately recovered in the hospital. Ren learns that the launch of Otherlife went smoothly, with the confinement feature becoming a cornerstone of the company. Determined to uncover the truth, Ren reveals that she registered her dad's patent to help her brother. Unfortunately, Sam had stolen it. With Cass's ID badge, Ren and Danny sneak into the Otherlife building, where they head straight for Byron's office. While Danny distracts Byron, Ren accesses his terminal to retrieve her hard drive, but Byron alerts the authorities. They manage to escape, though Cass is captured in the process. As they drive away, Ren explains that they'll need an Otherlife printer, which is located at her father Robert's house. Upon arrival, they find the house empty, but Ren gets to work. The next morning, they share a tender moment over breakfast and reconcile. Ren wakes to the sound of her dad returning home. She confronts him about Sam stealing her work and realizes he filed the missing persons report. At the printer, Ren explains how the simulation gave Danny the option to drown, emphasizing that her goal was to create choices for Jared, including one where he could escape alive. Worried that the company will refine her technology into something dangerous and drug-like, Ren voices her concerns. Robert promises to contact the TDA to raise a safety challenge, buying them time to finish their work. Fueled by determination, Ren prints the experience and heads to the hospital. However, When her brother wakes up, he begins seizing uncontrollably. Overcome with emotion, Ren hesitates but ultimately makes the heartbreaking decision to pull the plug. Later, she stays by his side until Sam approaches her, expressing regret over Jared's choice to live in a dream world. As Ren starts experiencing flashes of the testing room, she becomes confused and realizes she is still trapped in other life. Walking into the water, the visuals shift into a kaleidoscope of distorted voices and turn red. Ren wakes up in the testing room, instinctively punches Sam, and then attempts to destroy the recording. After calming down, she sits with a cup of tea, reflecting on her brother, her father, and Danny. When asked about her ambition for the technology, she states that she wants to offer people a chance at a life they might not otherwise experience. But deep down, she knows it's merely a method to escape the pain of reality. What did you think about Other Life? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like and subscribe to Movie Explained in English for more exciting content.